It's episode 28 of Officially Unofficially, and we've got our second ever guest. It's Johnny Boy. How you doing, J-Boy?
Wait, I'm the second ever guest.
Second.
No way.
Yeah. You join an illustrious crew. It's CJ and you.
Well, hopefully I can be top two for longer than just the 2-guest streak, but thanks for having me.
That's all right. It's good to have you on. Well, so CJ, you do a podcast with him, and his episode got like 600 views, so you got to push your people to try and beat that. You don't want to lose to shitty CJ, do you?
No, I can't lose to CJ, especially now that you guys are gaining in popularity. I mean, if I lose, that just makes it look even worse.
True, yeah. You're getting in at the ground floor, and you don't want to press the down button to send us right back down there, so...
what if this makes him go viral? This could backfire.
That would be awful. We'd fucking hate that.
I'd hate to go viral, but what we're doing today is it's basically a concept of, we thought we'd have some British people on to do a good old moan, right? We're going to have a big old moany episode, Room 101. This is suggested by Cole, and I looked at the Wikipedia page.
When did it come out?
It's a TV show. It's a British TV show that came out in 1994.
Oh, wow.
That's when it started.
So I was 15. No, I remember it running. I think it came back in like 2012.
It's had 2 reboots.
I thought so. I thought it had. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, anyone outside the UK or anybody who's not 30, it was a show where I think it was Paul Merton of Have I Got News for You?
Paul Merton was the middle host, and then it went to Frank Skinner.
Oh, it had other hosts.
Yeah, 3 hosts. Yeah, the first guy, I didn't recognise his name. Nick Hancock.
Was that Johnny
I've
Boy's
clicked
era?
on him. I immediately know who it is. I'll put a picture.
I recognize that name, but I couldn't tell you who he is.
Wow.
There you go. There's the picture. Do you recognise that bloke? I recognise him as soon as I see him.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't. He looks like a sad politician.
That's fair.
Nah, I know that face, yeah. I don't know where from, but I do know that face.
Oh, well, fair enough. So yeah, basically on that show, the host sits there and like they have like a lever and a pulley thing, and you bring along a little representative of your moan. So if your moan is slow drivers, you bring along a little car, and it'll be like, what does this represent? Slow drivers, banter ensues, and at the end, the host can decide in it goes to Room 101 or not. So yeah, we'll do something similar. So Johnny, have you got some moans? We want the minor idiosyncrasies.
I love the petty moans, the most British, for fuck's sake, how is that even a problem type moan that doesn't really impact you that much, but it's sort of annoying. I love them.
Yeah, just completely disproportionate. I do have some. I've prepared some moans. So wait, before I get into one though, the concept was that the room would discuss it, and if everybody agrees this is a valid thing to be annoyed at, then the thing goes to Room 101.
Yeah, should we say that we need to reach a consensus? Let's set the rule. I assume the person who is putting it forward is already on the opinion that it should be in Room 101. So that's 1 of 3 ticked. You have to...
Yeah, you just need 1 to agree, or do we need unanimous?
I like 1 to agree. No, 1 to agree is fun, because say it like Johnny and Stumpy aren't shot. I'm like, Stumpy, please give me this, or whatever, even if Johnny doesn't. I think that's way more fun.
I'll tell you what, should we vote on this? Let's do our first vote. And this one has to be unanimous.
This vote has to be unanimous.
This has to be unanimous. But then Cole...
How ironic.
But then the other... Fuck it, let's just do Cole's thing.
So, yeah,
let's
win.
just that is so interesting. Yeah, we need a unanimous vote to pass the 1 vote system, to pass the majority system. It has to be unanimous.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can start us off here. I told CJ about this when he stayed at my place last year. When I walked down the hallway in my flat, the bathroom. You have to walk past the bathroom. Now, the bathroom doesn't have a fan in it. It's just basically a steam room. So it's Bella's bathroom, but it's also the guest bathroom when anyone visits. So I told CJ, when you shower, if you use the bathroom for showering or bath, God forbid, then make sure that you leave the door like on a doorstop so that the room can
air out.
Air out the room a bit. It doesn't, get moldy. And CJ's like, yeah, that's fine. I think he remembered every time. But I told him also, do be aware that if Bella's been in there, if Bella's been into shower, and then you or I, with CJ's about the same weight as me, if we walk past the door that she's, correctly left on a doorstop, it's probably going to just close behind you. Because it's just a subtle reminder that we're fatter, and she is. And it doesn't take long to fix. You just hear it go crash, closing behind you, and you can turn around and fix it in 2 seconds, open it again, put it back. But that's it. and I'll tell Bella, I'm like, oh yeah, see when you like put the door stop and you like just pull it a tiny bit tighter because it'll work for you.
Yeah.
But then along comes me, and I'll just make a little bit more of a dent in the floorboard.
Yeah, you disrupt the floor enough so that then it's sort of the doorstop, I assume, then goes a little bit lower, releases the pressure on the door, stopping it, and then the momentum of the heavy door pulls it shut.
It takes it all away, exactly.
So,
and I told CJ this could happen, and he was like, "This sounds very oddly specific." There's just no
That's really specific.
He's going, right, yeah, okay, got it. But then, I think day one, he just walked past the door, and I saw it happen. The door closes behind him. I was like, see, I told you that's going to be a thing. I told you. I'm not crazy.
I love to him as well. You're going, right, so what you need to do is, if the door shuts on my fiancé in the shower, you've got to open it. You've got to crack that bad boy back open. Please.
Also, there's a floorboard issue.
Yeah. I should probably clarify it's after she's finished showering she does this, but yeah, she always finds the perfect amount of door stoppage pressure
to just go
for it never to close when she walks past, but it does when I walk past.
So just so we understand it, are you pitching to go into room 101 the floorboard or the situation? Or your partner, or your weight, or CJ. What specifically is going in, maybe?
I'm not taking responsibility, so I'm not saying my weight. That's more just the sad truth of the matter. But rather than what I'm actively annoyed at, I'll say the effort, because this is really maybe only the one thing that I can have over Bella. I'm the one in the flat who's leaving things around, for turning lights on. Making an accidental mess, cups everywhere. So if I can have something over her that's just a consistent thing that she does that impacts me, that's annoying. Disproportionately annoying.
Okay, so the thing going in room 101 is the doorstop not going in far enough because Bella hasn't pushed it hard enough. That's what's going in.
Or you have to stand on the doorstop and then pull the door towards it. So it's like you have to just pull it until you feel it, creating a little bit of pressure there. Then you're sorted. You guys, I'm pretty sure you'd have the same issue. I'll be like, guys, this is gonna happen. Yeah. Not only are you gonna need to open the door after you've had a shower,
I remember you telling me that.
If you just walk past. Did I really?
Yeah, I remember you telling me that because I remember seeing the doorstop by your bathroom. I thought, this is odd. And you were like, just make sure that you crack the bathroom door open after you shower because that room gets steamy. Like, goodness me, it's it's thick of steam. Like you can barely.
There's also no windows. It's fully internal. There's no windows.
I'm getting PTSD here from when you guys absolutely ripped on me because for any new viewers, Johnny Boy is one of me and Stumpy. He does Rocket League events. Rocket League available now on the Epic Game Store. It's a physics-based car game, right? It's a really good game.
Good,
and we go to various hotels together, and I discovered something amazing. Right,
discovered
and I thought,
it's doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
I thought I'll share it with my pals. So basically what I discovered is that in the hotel bathroom, okay, similar to what's happening in your bathroom, Johnny, if you close the door and let the shower go for a while on hot, it would generate loads of steam in the room, and it basically made a lovely, refreshing steam room. It was its own thing.
Do you remember this happening, Johnny, in the group chat? And then Johnny came back.
What did you say?
Johnny came back with the best response in a
relatively
businessy WhatsApp group.
Said.
Johnny returned with, after Cole is so excitedly saying, like, guys, if you shut the door when there's hot water happening in your bathroom, then it will make it steamy. It'll make it hot. And Johnny replied with, 31-year-old man discovers steam. And Cole got ripped to shit for that. And I discovered. What the fuck do you mean discovered?
That was so funny. Yeah, that was me. So we've got history of this one. So I'm personally involved in this
PTSD.
one.
I might have lost your vote here.
Well, maybe, but no. I'm not gonna go against having little house idiosyncrasies that bug you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure everyone listening to this can relate to something in their home that annoys them. Like, it's the doorstop and floorboard for you. It might be the garage door that doesn't quite open properly, and you got to jimmy and jam it. Do you have anything with that, Stumpy? You're nodding.
I do. The one thing I thought of immediately, and again, it's so minor, but it just happens every now and then. I've got like a porch airlock in my house where it's like the front door, porch within a bathroom in it, and then another door into the living room. the door that goes from living room into porch, the gap underneath it is just big enough where sometimes a perfectly sized stone might get underneath it, and then when you shut the door, you scrape the floor with the stone. Because then it's big enough on one side for the stone to just go through freely, but if you catch it, it will then scrape it the entire way. The amount of just lines at like an angle, like a curve, going towards our porch from just random stones that come in the house. And I'm like, for fuck's sake. And I just have to like move the door back and then kick it. And it takes like 3 seconds to fix, but then I'll scratch the floor again. So that's my one.
That's how you can find out how old your house is, how many circles there are from the stones.
True. How many times we've been in and out of the porch. I'd like to pull, I suppose, I'll pull my lever to give the doorstop not being pushed in far enough into room 101. I'll push my lever for that.
Nice, good stuff. I wouldn't not pull it. I've got my own house annoyance, and it's a bedroom door. You close it, and it'll appear closed. The bolt is across. And then weirdly, it works better when I do it with my level of pull than when Linnea does it with her level of pull. She pulls it 10 times in a row, the door is shut, and then it actually has really good comic timing because it'll wait, and then it'll just go pop and open again. And for some reason, if you close it from the outside, so if you go out the bedroom door, if Linnea says, oh, I'm sleeping, can you shut the door because the dog's going to be annoying or whatever, if I shut it from the outside, so pull it too, it will then go boop and open itself again. So, for some reason, it shuts better if you push it. I've no idea.
Weird.
Maybe a physicist can help me here. I've no idea what the science is there, but something happens where pushing it locks it better than pulling it.
It might be something to do with the handle. When you pull it, it like angles it slightly or something on the outside. But then when you push it, I assume you push the door itself. So the handle and mechanism isn't being angled.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No. And it'd probably cost about 30 quid for us to get someone over, go, oh, it's this screw that's a bit loose or whatever, and fix it.
Yeah.
We ain't ever going to.
No.
And for that reason, I'm pulling it as well.
Leaves are being pulled. And tell you what that can also be. That can be the intro to Officially...
Unofficially...
the best podcast on the bloody fucking internet. How exciting. What a jingle that was. Do you like our jingle, Johnny?
It was really nice. Very good jingle.
Very good. For any audio listeners, firstly, go fuck yourselves. And secondly, Johnny did a wry smile because we didn't play anything. May I suggest my next Room 101?
Please,
Can I get one out there?
Please go next.
Mine is something that has happened recently. It is now, it's been April for around a month or so. So by the nature of time, it will soon not be April. There has been a lot of rain in the UK to start this year off.
Yes. Yeah.
And then now we're getting into a lot of sun happening. My thing that I'm proposing to Room 101 is when it's raining loads, but it's also really sunny. I hate it.
Combination.
I hate it when it's sun, like bright, like a full proper day, but it's still properly raining. That's the worst weather.
So are you thinking more because it's ruining the sun? It's like finally it's sunny.
It's the worst
in Manchester,
of both.
which is the least sunny city in the UK to begin with, or you're in Liverpool.
Yeah,
but,
nearby.
in that area.
Northwest.
Least sun you can possibly have. Now the sun is finally here, and it's still raining.
It's being ruined by rain. Likewise, the rain is being ruined by sun, because you're not even then full committing to the nice, like, grey, cloudy weather, and you can sort of be inside, and it's all really nice. It's like, if I'm in my kitchen...
the cozy rain vibes?
Yeah, exactly. You get none of the happiness from the sun because it's raining, and then you then get none of the cozy vibes from the rain because it's sunny. And Cole, you seem perplexed that this is even a weather option.
No, I mean, I guess I'm perplexed that it's an issue. It's quite nice normally. I'll be honest, right? I'm teetering over letting go of this lever. I'll let you know that now. Because when it's rainy and some sun breaks through, my first thought, is 7 letters, 2 syllables, rainbow. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure. Okay.
I was wondering, do you get rainbows?
Yeah, exactly. They're beautiful. They're exciting. They're fun.
But the actual... Sure, rainbow's good. The rainbow is the rainbow at the end of the rainbow.
So you don't hate the gays. That's a good start.
Hashtag don't hate the gays. I would say it's non-committal. It's neither. It's the worst of both worlds. And also, I find it just generally unsettling. Like, I find it just weird and horrible. And like, imagine going out in that and then you're like warm and wet, but then you're clothed. Grim. Really bad.
I'm also thinking, Johnny, you're a sportsman. I'm also thinking if I'm doing some sport, if I'm playing football and it's a hot day and some rain comes through while the sun is still there, that is That is bliss because the ground
It can be nice
is a bit
sometimes, yeah.
damper. You know, you can slide tackle. You're not going to scrape yourself. I think it's a fun, unique weather. Maybe it's 'cause I don't get it as much. Do you get it a lot in Scotland as well? Because here in Cambridge, it's really rare. Like it's 1 out of 100 days.
Well, usually when it happens here, I think. It doesn't bother me. I'll be honest. For me, it doesn't bother me.
I didn't
but
think
I
this
also
would be
do
a
think
winner.
it's valid.
I just needed to air it.
Yeah. This is usually something that I won't really notice, or if it's happening, I'm just not that affected by it. But yeah, Bella will hate this because she's Bulgarian, but they actually do get sunshine, and when she comes over here, we do not get sunshine in Scotland. So whenever there is sunshine and it's not perfect, yeah, she'll be quick to point that out.
Yeah.
Like, and I probably wouldn't know. I'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm also the person who, I'll leave without the umbrella and then get rained on. Just a little, the tiny little stupid rain.
Yeah.
Where
but that soaks you through.
It's barely raining and then you get soaked. Yeah, that's
soaks
me.
You through.
I remember
I'm usually like, I don't need the umbrella, and then I get soaked.
Yeah.
When I went to Scotland and I had to see you, Johnny, you said one of the most Johnny-ish statements I've ever heard. I think it was in Scotland. It might have been in America or somewhere. But basically, at one point, you said like, "Oh, it rains down really straight here." I'm thinking
that has to be America.
I guess it does. I guess it does. I never thought about it, but now I think about it, yes, it is quite vertical rain.
No, because in Scotland it's not. It's never.
It's always windy.
Yeah,
right.
It's always windy. So the rain is never coming straight down. So umbrellas aren't really that effective because you hold your umbrella up and then you have to angle it, and then you can't because the umbrella is only covering part of you. You have to sacrifice your legs usually. You're like, well, they're just gonna get wet no matter what. But then if it rains straight down, umbrellas are incredibly effective. So I always do get amazed when I see a place where it's never Scotland. It's always when I'm abroad. I'm like, wow, the rain is really coming straight down. This umbrella's doing a great job. It's catching everything.
The umbrella's doing what it needs to. I think
they should sell these.
I think to me, it's one of those weathers. It's not like a preset weather. This is someone fucking with the sliders. Like a preset weather is rain and grey cloud. That's one. Tick that off. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Sunny, no clouds. Sunny, overcast. There's a few presets that everyone kind of gets with.
Think of kids like drawing a picture. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to put the sun in the corner and then rain clouds.
Exactly.
The two don't go together.
It's not a classic preset. It's one of these new woke weather things from Sadiq Khan. I'm telling you.
You do hate the gays.
Maybe I do.
About?
I hate the gays or Sadiq Khan is one of them. But yeah, mine would be rain and sun as my hated.
I recently got curious what the word inclement weather means. Do you guys know what that means at the top of your head?
What's that?
Does it mean sort of like varying? Like it can kind of like go bits and bobs?
That's what I thought it should have meant.
Okay.
I was convinced it meant that. I googled it. Inclement just means really bad. It just means shit weather. Oh, it's raining. It's awful. It's horrible. It's inclement. But isn't it so much better for like up and down?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like it would be sunny for a bit. It's like a little bit wavy wobbly weather.
Yeah.
Is it because it's like close to inkling, which is sort of like a little bit like you kind of have a bit of a like guess towards something, but it's not full committal?
I've got no idea. It also might be inclement. I think it's inclement, but like, yeah, because I've heard that word used, and it irked me slightly. Because I would say the weather you're describing that you hate so much would be inclement weather. It should be inclement weather.
It should be inclement. Yeah. Just commit to one side. That's all I want.
I'm sorry, Stumpy. I like it. I think that sure, if you're having a picnic and it rains as well as the sun, I'm like, I wish it wasn't raining too.
Sure.
But in its own weather type, if you do separate it from the fact that it's not right, you can use it for interest and, as long as you got a jacket and you can enjoy the rainbows and stuff. So I'm hands off lever.
I'm saying from my kitchen about a week ago when I wrote this down, it was sunny and raining, and I shit you not, I got annoyed. I walked in and I was pissed off instantly. I thought, why the fuck is it both of these things? Just be one of them.
I'll tell you what, like, I'm gonna go hands-on lever, and I'm thinking about pulling it. This doesn't annoy me, but I think it's valid that it annoys you. I think this is a valid thing to be annoyed about. Because I think it's maybe even more valid than somebody being annoyed at the general thing with the UK. Is like, oh, our weather's bad, it's raining, we don't like that. That's the one to be annoyed at. But I think you found a niche here.
Thank you.
That might be worth glorifying. I'm gonna let's send it to room 101.
Yes!
I think I'm gonna let it in.
I'm happy that
I've got unlucky here because at the start of it, Johnny's generous. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you remember The Voice, the show, where if you went early, everyone's got like 10 selections left. Your odds are high. If you go like last, you've only got Tom Jones, who's got 1 selection left.
Yeah.
And all the others are already filled. So Johnny is like, at this point, he is, not that we've got a limited number, but he is like...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Johnny, by the way, have also pulled levers on each other. So we've... you know?
We actually offered, Cole could have been a part of that. He didn't want to. He opted out.
True.
Is it too late for me to... I fucking... it's bloody son. There's a rain cloud over there. Oh, Paul,
no, the lever's locked. They put the bolt through it. You have to move on. Cole, what is your room 101?
Well, before we move on, I just want to say to the people listening and enjoying this right now, maybe you're a Johnny Boy fan rather than a Cole and Stumpy fan, but if you're enjoying this, I think now would be a great time to hit sub, hit like, hit comment, do all that stuff, because we do this once a week. We've got various episodes, now 2 guests. So if you like CJ, if you're a Chalked fan, you can watch the CJ episode. We'll link that one at the end, probably. That would make most sense. But yeah, anything else you want to add to something before I add mine?
We've got some IRL videos going on. We did an extremely, terrifyingly spicy challenge. So that was very good. That is on this channel as well. And we also did the cereal milk replacement tier list. Spoilers, red wine does not go well in cereal. Nor does mouthwash. So everybody make sure that you give that a watch. It was very good and very sickly to film. That is also going to be linked somewhere towards the end, or just click on their channel. Cole, go for it.
Yes.
Room 101, what's going on?
Yeah, there's something that annoys me more than anything when I walk around any town, any city, okay? Especially with my dog, but not always. And that's broken glass on pavements. It just disgusts and angers me. Like, I've spilled glasses in my time. I've been the drunk guy at a pub and, you know, spilled a pint, everyone goes, "Way."
You bottled a bloke,
Bottled a bloke if he deserved it, do you know what I mean? Because he was looking at my girl.
Yeah.
I've never broken glass on a pavement. I don't even know how you go about doing that unless it's on purpose.
Drop, surely. Surely that does it.
Sure.
I think it's mostly got to be. Well, I don't know about where you are, but I mean that happens a lot in Glasgow.
No,
it's got to be the homeless population.
What, the bottling?
Yeah, the bottling, the dropping of broken glass everywhere. I think it must be. I mean, the homeless population has got to be a contributing factor. So that's part of where that comes from.
To me, it would depend.
There's just no way that they're picking it up after somebody drops a bottle or a glass. You're not allowed to drink outside or drink alcohol outside in
that's woke.
Glasgow. Yeah, well, it's because there is such a huge alcohol problem. They specifically just in Glasgow made this illegal.
We're learning so much.
In Edinburgh, you can. In Edinburgh, just hop on the train. You can go over there. Famously, Edinburgh, where the movie Trainspotting came from. So you know they've obviously got stuff.
You do heroin in the castle, which is good.
Yeah. There's a lot more freedom about consumption of substances, but
drop your needle, sure. Just don't drop any broken glass.
So
I think I've had it become so normalized. I don't think that I mean you notice it. Usually you're like, oh, careful glass. You tell people around you, but I wouldn't be like, what?
I wouldn't be outraged by it, but depending on where it was. Like, because there's a park near me. There's a park near me where I walk the dog, and there's broken glass. There has been for ages, just like where I assume kids hang out and drink and whatever. And I'll walk the dog, and he'll be walking on the grass. I'm like, oh, this is great. And he'll then go onto the pavement with the broken glasses. I'm like, brother, no, like let's walk on the bit without the broken glass, you fucking idiot. And then he'll just like keep walking towards it. I'm like, you have no idea what you're doing. So I was like, pull him off it. If it's like a shop front where the glass is broken, that's a bit ugly, but it's not that bad because I think that's all like relative safety glass. I don't think that's actually sharp as far as I'm aware. Still not nice, don't get me wrong.
You mean like a glass window or door?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like that's one of those things that happens sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, where like if there's that, like kind of the chunks of glass,
peely glass.
Yeah, like if any of that comes on the ground, I don't think that it might be a little bit sharp. But it's not as sharp as like a single pane of glass that will like shred your arm or whatever.
I'm talking about bottles, little green, green glasses, little brown glasses. It just the thought of me dropping, and I realize you mentioned like drunk people and you mentioned like the homeless community and stuff, but I like to think even if I was homeless, if I dropped a glass, I'd at least kick it, just at least a little bit of a shove to the side, unless I've not got any shoes.
Yeah,
but like at least a bit of a shove to the side, right? Rather than leaving it littering the middle for dogs, for kids running around dropping. It just feels so dangerous, and yet no one seems to care.
Yeah.
I get your point as well, because like you say about if you're a homeless person, you dropped a glass and then you wouldn't necessarily know where to put it, or like you try and clean it up. If I ultimately the same situation for me would be if I dropped a glass in my living room, of which the street is theirs, I would.
Lucky them, it's massive.
I would clean up the glass. I'm not going to go at the homeless people, but like I'd give it a bit of a push, just out of my territory at least. Then eventually it'll end up in a bin.
Maybe that's what they've done. Maybe they've kicked it off of their pseudo living room. And it's just out in the middle of the path. No, I mean, this is super common. Not just glass, but littering in general. Like, people don't respect. I know the different parts of the UK can be better about this, and they'll be a lot cleaner. But I think, the littering is generally something I hate about where I live, Glasgow. And a lot of that will be glass, which is, like you said, dangerous. So it's just stupid. And, people just don't respect their own living room, the city where they live.
I think it's because normally they're asking for directions, right? And they say, glass go where? So yeah, I think that
I wish my geography was better in Scotland. I bet I could. If I could look at a map, I bet I could come up with loads of puns. Unfortunately, I don't know enough. Yeah, I'm out.
I would like to just lightly add to yours the fact that people don't think cigarette butts is littering. Where you see smokers finish a cigarette and then they'll throw it out their car, or they'll chuck it on the floor, then stamp it into the ground. Go fuck yourself. What a disgusting fucking thing to do. You wouldn't do that with anything else. It's so strange that that's like weirdly normalized, where someone will throw a cigarette out the window on like the motorway. It's revolting.
So they think it's biodegradable or something.
It's so
awful. It's just going to stay there.
That pisses me off. That pisses me off more than glass, personally. But then, obviously, glass has more of an actual impact of if you stand on it, etc. I think it's just so disgusting, the cigarette butts. But
the normalization is more extreme for cigarette butts for sure. That's one that like most people wouldn't think twice. Yeah, I think Linnea once got like fined after she stubbed a cigarette out on the bin, like the metal stubby thing. She stubbed it out. And then, this was so long ago, she'll correct me, I'm sure, when she hears this, but she either then left it on the stub bit, but on like the ashtray bit.
Yeah. Which I think you're meant to do, right? Because then you don't want to put it in the bin to set fire to stuff.
Well, or post-stub, you're completely out. She put it in the bin, but it was like completely out.
Yeah.
And she got fined for it. Maybe it was the latter and the bloke thought it was still slightly alight or something. But basically, she tried to do the right thing. Yeah, she tried to do the right thing with it, like when she did smoke. And then got fined for it, but I can't remember which way round it was. So there's lots of things to think about there with chucking cigarettes around.
But still, I was going to say chucking them on the floor is just the worst one. Like seeing them like someone smoking in a park, then they just like flick it onto the grass. It's fucking disgusting fucking habit anyway. But
at least with that, at least if it is the peak of summer and the grass is all dry, it will self-clean.
That's true. Yeah, the park will self-immolate, and then we're back to zero,
and the glass will melt as well.
On a nice rainy sunny day.
No, there's no such thing. There's such thing as a nice rainy sunny day. I will go.
My final thought. I think this is valid. First of all, I'm definitely that one.
Pulling the lever, double levered,
double lever for Cole. Final thought on that for me is that the annoying thing about the glass thing in particular is that you can't really do anything about it, because if somebody is in the state where they're just doing that, just throwing glass on the floor, you probably don't really want to interact with them anyway. So it's something you can't like. Well, maybe you could, but you don't usually want to interact with drunk people or homeless people who are throwing glass, breaking glass on the ground. Like, that's okay. Let's cross the other side of the road. Stay away from whatever's happening there, because it's usually accompanying like violence or something. But at least with other types of littering, you can call it out. If somebody just chucks a bag of crisps on the ground at the bus stop, you can call them out on it.
You guys told people off for littering
you with their Doritos.
You guys told anybody off for littering?
Yeah.
No, I've not.
It's super prevalent here. Like, people litter in Glasgow a lot. So yeah, like I said, bus stop, kid throwing empty bag of crisps on the ground.
Grim.
When there's a bin like right next to the bus stop, I'll be like. Usually, I do remember one time that exact scenario happened, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I was just like looking at him like, "Are you serious? There's a bin like right there." And he goes, "Oh, so sorry, big man. Oh, sorry."
Nice.
Yeah, I am the big man. Yeah,
you idiot. But yeah, it's just super normal. People just litter here, so
horrible.
It's definitely a bad thing that you have to get used to.
Yeah. Johnny, Room 101. Give us another one. Let's go.
Okay. No, I didn't want to focus on Rocket League too much or Rocket League related things, but I do want one of my Room 101 things I think you're going to appreciate is Rocket League related.
That's fine, because then we can put that on the RLCS subreddit. So thank you for this one. You've given us a chance.
Thank you for approving this already, Duke of Chutney. Very big of you.
So Yeah, you guys will know all about this. Let me paint the picture for the listeners who don't know the ins and outs of rehearsal day at LANs. Everybody's
I know,
favorite day.
gripe instantly.
Everybody loves rehearsal day. If you're a caster, if you're on the analyst desk, if you're in production, everybody involved in rehearsal day just loves rehearsal day because it's a day that is not for the casters for the most part. It's for the host. It's for your Staxes, your wave punks, your anyone else doing interviews at events like a Leaf. Anyone who's actually throwing or catching from those segments has to be there, has to see elements of what's happening, and
they
sometimes
link the parts together.
Exactly, yeah. Sometimes the desk, the analyst desk, your Gibbses, your T-Bates, and whoever else is on the desk for the next show, the very next whatever's happening the next day. Sometimes they need to see something as well because there will be a moment where something isn't done normally. So what's generally done at all events is not just them, but all of the people anyone who's going to be on the first segment of day one of an event will be on rehearsal, and for some of them will definitely need to contribute and be focused and be paying attention to what's happening so that we can get through rehearsal quick enough. And nothing worse than when somebody's not paying attention. Production, press all the buttons, the lights all go off at the right time, and then somebody's just going, "Oh, sorry, was that me? Oh, yeah, let's do that again." Yeah. The production need to know that all the things are working. So that's fine. Rehearsal is very important. But now here come the casters. When you are the commentator, the caster of the match, there's usually two of them, as you guys know. When you're on rehearsal day as the caster, you just basically sit around or sometimes stand around with the headset on, much like I have right now, and you just wait. Because
sometimes standing, that's the worst bit as well. Like,
yeah, sometimes standing because if it's just in an awkward position where they can't put chairs, you're just standing and you're waiting. Because the rehearsal will continue going through the pre-show and the walkouts and all the important moving parts until they get them right. And then when it finally gets to the caster bit, when it goes, okay, we throw to the match, go, then you basically just do a mic check. You're like, testing. Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
Always on bots as well. Always on bots.
On a bot
it's
game.
like, team lock score. It's like, oh, there we go. The bots pretending it's exciting when the bots have scored a goal.
So essentially, we'll sit around, and we know this is going to happen. You're just going to sit around or stand around for an hour, do absolutely nothing, and then when it finally comes to you, you're going to do a mic check, and then that's it.
It will be for about 20 seconds that you're used for, and then bless them,
like an hour,
because production are doing a lot. We'll then normally go on the talk back and say, 10 minutes later, our cast is done. And the worst one I've then had, bless him, I love our producer, obviously, but he's then said, I've done, cast is done, are we good to go? Hear nothing. Cast is done, sorry, just double checking we're good to go, because you don't want to leave and then you're the stick in the mud and then no one can do the mic check. You don't want to be a dick. And then our producer walked out past us holding his lunch, and I was like, can we go? And he went, I just missed you half an hour ago. And I was like, there's no fucking way. And I guess it had just been the talk through hadn't gone through, or someone wasn't paying attention. But I'd stood there with
you'd been there for half an hour?
I'd stood there for half an hour after being dismissed, talking with the talk back to nobody.
Oh, so the producer must have said.
The producer must have
said, okay, that's it. Thank you, everybody. We're done here. And it didn't go through to you.
Yeah, or I didn't hear it or something. Yeah.
No. I once got told off before a rehearsal because I did a Wii just before, and I thought, oh, okay, well, I'm a caster, so I won't be part of the rehearsal for 10 to 15 minutes. So I got there 2 minutes after. I wasn't taking the mick or anything, but then somebody on the team said, Cole, we've been waiting for you. You need to get there right now. We need you for rehearsals.
They didn't start anything until...
So I was told. So I got there a little bit oh, sorry. So I don't want to be, I'm not a diva. I'm not I don't care.
Yeah, you don't be like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. So I got there, and then guess what? I sat around for 45 minutes and said 3 words into the mic and then went by.
That's funny.
And you know it's going to happen. This is what makes it so annoying, is because you know that you're not needed except for 5 seconds, an hour from now, but they want you there in your position for some reason, for unknown reasons. Yeah. So that's definitely annoying. However, that is still what we're describing. The problem is still the easiest job on rehearsal days. Everybody else actually has to work.
Nothing.
So naturally, I feel really dumb complaining about it, but because you're naturally being a diva by complaining. Everybody that you're complaining to have been putting out fires, fixing sound issues, fixing actual problems,
They're always so stressed on rehearsal day, aren't they? They're always so panicked.
Because they've just moved this whole set into this location, built it in like one day. They've done an all-nighter, and then in come the casters like, oh, I'm so bored.
I'm so annoyed. I have to stand around for an hour talking to my mate.
For 1 hour and do nothing? Woe is me. So it really does put it in perspective that, you know, that are probably, it's not that bad.
Are you pulling the diva lever, Stumpy?
Well, because normally we are doing media on that day, Cole. We are normally never on this. We never do that rehearsal. But I've been there. I've been there many, many times. It's funny then when you also see the schedule and you see normally it's like Shogun doing that rehearsal. He's normally first caster.
It's always Shogun.
And every time we take the piss out of him being like, you're doing nothing. You're standing around doing nothing for about 2 hours. And he hates it.
Who's the one? 2 hours. It can be. Yeah.
Who's the one who commits to? What name would you guys say? The one who commits to rehearsals the most. The one who like.
Oh, James Bot loves a rehearsal.
You got James Bot in mind. I've got Jorby in mind. Jorby will like full on play by play the bots.
Playing the bots makes you want to die. I hate it.
I respected, because I never worked with Corelli that much, right? But he and I were on the first one, I think on B stream, and we were next to the A stream rehearsals on some day in RLCS has gone by. And next to us was Jorby and Turtle. And Jorby and Turtle were giving it all that. C-block there. Oh my God, it's over the rover. Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? Like some comedy bot casting. And Corelli just looked at me, rolled his eyes, and I thought, oh, Corelli, my beautiful would-be Brit.
Love that, Corelli. Yeah, I was going to say, anybody try-harding rehearsals, like, in any aspect, get out. Get out. Unless you're planning a bit, fine, that's okay, to make sure you get the beats down. But if you're just doing a rehearsal, it's so, like Johnny, this weekend just gone when we did RLCS, it's just like we chat for a very small amount of time. There's like, the host is going, and then we go to this graphic, then we do this, and then we do this, and whatever. Here's the top plays.
Anytime there is a problem, if you test the mic and it doesn't work, test talkback or the mute button or the producer tries to talk to you, anytime any of that doesn't work as intended, we can't fix it. So it's like, okay,
that's true,
these production teams, it's somebody's job to just look at the list, and they're just doing their job, probably doing way more than we are as casters, probably doing a million jobs at once. They have a look at the list. Okay, who do we need for day one? Okay, you send it to the talent manager, done. On to the next thing. So those people go, and then they make sure you're there. Cole, are you there? Why are you in the bathroom? Get on your spot. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Then
I come out still pissing.
My job's done. But then, if something breaks, the people you've put in that position actually can't do anything about it, and then the sound guy has to come and test it anyway. So
true.
True.
Testing, 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, the one time I do remember where it didn't work, the sound guy had to stop whatever he was doing and come to check it and see why it wasn't working and fix it. I'm like, well,
you should have given him
why are we here?
And then gone, it's yours now, and then run off.
Cheers. Go and get lunch.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
I think we did have to leave anyway. We're like, well, we're not helpful in this role. We can't do anything. We're not sounded. We can't fix this. Something broken. We don't know what's broken, and that's where we actually subbed out.
And the sound engineer does not want you to try either. The sound engineer, his biggest fear is you said, oh, what if I do this? No,
fiddling with some of the knobs. I would say my hand is on the diva lever, and I pull it. I pull the diva lever. I yank it.
Pull the diva lever.
Yeah, it's got to be done. I think that is a
Did you guys ever ditch? Did you ever notice that you might have been forgotten? I did mention it's somebody's job to write down and pass all the information who's needed for this segment tomorrow, therefore also needed for rehearsal. One time, I think it was in Dallas, the first time we were there, I was on the first cast in it on the first day, coming back to, I think it was like the 2-week Worlds wildcard in the main event. We had a day off on Monday, then they did a rehearsal on that day, and I noticed that I wasn't on the call sheet for it, and I was like, maybe I should be. I see Shogun's on there. My co-caster Shogun's on there. They haven't put me on there. Oh well. I'm not going to ask any questions. That sounds brilliant.
I love it. You don't want to be a diva, do you?
I was just in Dallas, like miles away from the arena, and they got a text saying they need you there for rehearsal in 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm not going to be there.
I was not on the list. I've gone by the call sheet. I'm beholden to the call sheet.
I did go by the call sheet. I just didn't double check. I mean, it's not my job basically. So I took it to a different level of petty and diva there, where I was like, I know that if I do bring this up, I'm just going to bring this upon myself. Like 2 hours of standing around doing nothing.
Exactly. Teacher, you forgot to assign the homework. It's that vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Next time I see Johnny, you've not been included. I'm gonna grass on you before the start of the day. I'm gonna say, hey, Johnny Boy isn't on this. Is that right?
That's so. That would be so fucking funny to like say.
Funny.
Oh, We have to. We have to.
Yeah, we will.
If somebody isn't on it, you say, sorry, at Cole isn't on this list. Is that an error? And
You
go,
would.
oh, yeah, sorry, he's meant to be on rehearsal. Cheers.
I saw Shogun later on that night. I was like, how was rehearsal? And he's like, yeah, just 2 hours of standing around it.
Okay, I've got one that I think can unite the group. Maybe.
Oh,
And now, as soon as I've read it, I've got like 4 here. I'm trying to pick between.
Well, pick a controversial one, because so far everything has been levered. So see if you can get one that you think is just you.
Sorry, no.
I've got one that I know I'm going to lose the
one
group
of Johnny's.
No, but overall, what I mean is, overall, it's been levered. They've all dropped.
Okay.
They've all been voted in.
I will. This one is incredibly silly.
Okay.
When bus or train stops are too close together, I get so annoyed. It's pointless, right?
You're going to need to explain that one.
So,
sorry, wait.
So you're on the bus,
what's wrong with that?
and this is the big thing. I'm on the Wirral, very, very good public transport, loads of it around, really good bus links, really good train links and stuff. When you get on the bus, and it honest to God drives for a minute at 20 miles an hour, and it has to stop again. I don't know why both of those stops exist. There are such frequent bus stops that it's just so... It makes the journey last so much longer.
So, wait, you meant... Okay, when you first said this, I thought you meant like a train station and a bus station in close proximity.
No, that's great. That's good. I like that. That's okay. No,
you're going to explain
so
that.
When a bus's stops are too frequent... To the point of it being like, we've barely got to max speed and we're having to slow back down again. Same with the train. It can go for, honestly, like 2 minutes and then it then stops again. It's a piss take. You don't need that many stops.
Are there like any major attractions or offices or whatever schools?
No.
At these stops?
This is my issue with it.
Place on the road.
As I said, it's great that there are so many. There's a main road near me. And there's sort of like 2 junction-y things. There's like 2 sort of big sets of traffic lights. They are a kilometre apart. Like, what's that? Like 0.8 miles or something, 0.7 miles, something like that. There are 4 bus stops about 250 metres apart on this one piece of road.
Do people use all of them? Do they all get blonked at?
There are frequent people at all of them. So
now, would that not imply there's a use for them?
But you could get rid of 2 of them, and then people would then just go to the other ones because they're so close. I'm aware that this is ableist. I'm aware that this is ageist of me. I'm aware it's ableist. This is what Room 101 is for. It's for me to air my silly gripes and grievances.
Also, when the sun's beating down and the rain's also there.
Yeah.
All the people are under one shelter going, thank fuck for that. It's really wet despite it being sunny. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad we've got this shelter.
I'm there double fuming.
Yeah, right? But you remove half of the shelters on the street, people are going to get wet. They're going to get sodden. Again, great public transport around here. It's very good for the frequency of which buses go through as well. But there's so many stops. On my dog walk, I go past about 7. Like, and the dog walk is about 25 minutes. It's a piss take. Because on the train between King's Cross and Cambridge, there's most that stop at like, I don't know, 4 stops.
Yeah.
But then there's that one that stops like Audrey End.
Sure.
West.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It stops about 18 of them, right? And if you live in one of those places, you have to get that one. But if you accidentally get the wrong one, you can get an earlier train and get there about an hour later because of all the stops and you get overtaken, right? Is it the same for your buses, or do they all stop at Audrey End Northwest?
I would also say that I completely understand the train perspective more, because trains go faster, so they're going to pick up a lot more speed. They're going to go a lot further. That's fine. I used to live in a village like that, Cole, on the like Birmingham, London, Euston line. I was in a little village where it did every now and then there'll be London, Euston, Watford, Milton Keynes, Birmingham. It's just 4 stops. And it's like, great if you live in one of those places, right?
Yep.
I lived on one of the villages on that line, and then that was then once every 2 hours. One of the trains would then actually stop at about 30 stops to then go to your fucking Bletchley. Whatever, like weird little stops, right? So I get it for that. It's the fact that every single bus stops at every single stop. And it's too much. It's too much, man.
How do you choose which one to remove, though? Because I think you're onto something. I agree. But then when it comes to removing them, I don't think you're ever going to get people to agree, because
I would vote to keep mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right?
I think that's going to be the general consensus, and that's why you've got a problem. Is you're never going to agree which one to remove, so you have to keep them all.
Walking to one of the bus stops that I get to go into Liverpool, I go past 4 bus stops.
Why do you get that bus stop?
Because the other ones only go on the
those places.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I then go to the one on the main road. There's too fucking many. And it slows you down. The trip should be about 20 minutes or so to drive into Liverpool to get into town. What I do like, when it gets into Liverpool, there's a single stop. It does Wirral, all of that, fucking 40 stops, and then it goes, Liverpool, and then you're going to go back out again. So you have to get off at one stop in the town centre, and then you can go back down.
I liked when you just sounded like Enzo there. When you went,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a city gripe, it's an ableist gripe, it's an ageist gripe. I don't care.
How ableist is it? I think that's the perspective that we need. Like, is Big Baz in a wheelchair? Is Big Baz in a wheelchair actually able to go the extra sort of half a kilometre? How much is that to someone?
It would be 250 metres difference. For the ones that I'm mostly annoyed about, would be about 250 metres.
And is that a lot for someone disabled? I imagine that's teetering on quite a bit.
I guess it depends on
bags.
The level. It depends on the severity.
If they got no limbs.
If they got no limbs,
it's a long roll.
There's always going to be. This is the nightmare. I think that even if this is taken to the absolute extreme, there's a bus stop every 100 meters.
Yeah.
You can already see the news article just trying to tear down the local MP.
Yeah.
And they're
true.
They're just not going to do that, because then they know they're going to annoy someone, and they're going to go to the news, and it's like you said, somebody in a wheelchair or an old couple who now have to walk further. And look at the state of the path. There's like there's potholes in the path. It's dangerous. You're putting your people in danger. Unelected.
Which again,
they're
very
too risky.
Very valid points. However, me as an able-bodied man that can walk fast and wants to just get on the fucking bus and go straight to town, I'd have 4 stops. You know what I mean? I'd have my stop. I'd have one like in the next town up the road. I'd have one in like fucking Birkenhead. I'd have one on the beach.
How generous of you!
And then I'd have one in Liverpool.
Thank you, sir.
I would have my stops. That would be how I would do it. But I'd rather there be more stops than too few stops. If I was to look at this as an MP or whatever, that makes more sense. Make sure you serve as many people as you can. Playing City Skylines, you want to have people spread out so they don't all bunch up at one stop, as Cole says. As somebody who used to live in a village, and I couldn't drive, to get 25 minutes down the road to where I used to work, I used to have to take 3 hours worth of buses, and it was awful.
Oh, wow.
It was I had to go from village to town to town, and then walk an hour across a motorway. It was awful.
Wow.
Yeah, really bad.
Uphill both ways back in your day.
Yeah, it really was. I had to climb up like an embankment from a path onto next to a motorway to then get to work. It was awful.
Barefoot
in the snow, Johnny, if you can believe such a thing.
And no one helped you.
No one, exactly. I'm going to pull this ladder up behind me, thank you.
Have you heard about I actually need to look up the name or the year that this happened. Did you hear about in Romania, in the capital, the president or the prime minister, wherever they've got in Romania, at the time, they were making a subway station underground. There's an new metro line getting made, and the prime minister wasn't, if I remember correctly, anything related to an engineer or any kind of like city planner.
He wasn't a smart man.
He was just a politician. He wasn't. He wasn't like, okay, city planner turned politician, has a genius idea. He was just a politician, and his wife was the same. They were, I think, just politicians. Nothing related to city planning. So the metro was proposed by the engineers, had a station next to one of the biggest areas for universities. There's multiple universities in this area, and that's why they want to put a station there, because there's like all these unis. Lots of people will need to go on and off the metro in this location. And that actually happened. The wife said, no, students are getting lazy. Back in my day, we had to walk to uni. They should do the same. So they actually got, because it's a bit of a corrupt government, they actually got that station removed from the plans.
Oh my God.
But then the engineers, knowing that this would later become an issue, actually in secret made a station anyway. But they had to make it smaller so it wouldn't be obvious what they were doing. It had to just look like a shaft for putting spare trains or whatever. I don't know. So there's still to this day a ridiculous station in Romania. I think it's in the capital where there's just half of a platform and it's like a meter wide. You have to like shuffle along.
Well, it's like platform ready basically. It's like expansion ready.
Yeah.
They've set
I'm gonna look this up.
They've set the guidelines for it.
You. Because it's crazy. I can't believe this actually happened at this level in the capital city of Romania.
Well,
so I feel like as soon as we give the inch, or we remove the one bus station per inch that Stumpy's proposing, we lose a mile of bus stations. So I'm gonna de-leave. I'm gonna vote leave.
You're gonna again.
So Johnny, it's on you. I'm gonna do it again. Johnny, it's on you.
I think we have to leave this one, even though it is valid. I think we have to leave it because what is the alternative is just
it goes too far too quick.
It's a slippery slope.
Unlike you on your bus.
It's a slippery slope. Oh, that is a tiny little station.
Piazza Romana metro station in Bucharest.
That's so funny.
So there you go. That's the station, which is a tiny.
Oh, look at it!
Platform.
Look at him standing on the platform. God, that's dangerous, isn't it?
It's really dangerous. They had to build it in secret because the government didn't let.
According to some of the people who worked on the station, who I guess is somebody who planned it. Oh, the First Lady, Eleanor So-So.
She's all right.
Was concerned, that workers and students were starting to gain weight and needed more exercise, hence they should walk instead of taking the metro train. The engineers, having enough foresight, realised the station would be necessary in the future and the initial construction was done in secret.
That's wild.
That's so good.
This is in 1988 it was open, by the way. It's not that long ago.
That's so funny.
Happening.
Well, they've not updated it since then, so it's still ready. The Piazza Romana is still ready.
It's getting used.
We should take a trip. We should take an unofficially trip to Piazza Romana train station.
Oh, so Chort's get to go to Korea and we go to Romania to a metro stop. Fuck's sake.
That's why you got to sub to us, everyone. If you're not already, help us be the next shortcast and we can go to somewhere better than fucking Piazza Romana train station.
I'd go Bucharest. I'd book it up in Rest.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's book it. Right, I've got another one. Would you guys? Do you know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna go for one that I don't think you'll go for.
Okay, all right. But convince us. It's gonna be a hard sell. Convince.
Yeah.
I've lost, but let's keep going.
What I would love to put into Room 101 is people who play the game of pool wrong.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Right, I've left the studio. I've put the key in my lever, locked it, and I fucked
my
off.
lever is not being pulled on this.
No. So listen, everybody.
Person playing pool wrong.
Yeah.
It's me.
So listen, everyone. Pool has many different rules across many different countries and cultures, and that is fine. And if I go to a new place, if they say these are the rules, fair enough. As long as they're established beforehand, might I add. Because the amount of times I've said, what rules are we playing? And people are going, oh, it doesn't matter. Then it gets to a point where it matters.
Well, it does matter.
And I go, oh, it's 2 shots to me. People go, what do you mean? Right? So established beforehand. But the key rule of pool that is awful is that if you can't pot your opponent's ball after hitting yours first, the game is worse to the point of being ruined.
I love it.
It ruins the game of pool.
That version of the game, claiming a pocket by putting your ball in front of it instead of putting the ball. It's just fantastic. I love it.
Okay, so Cole, you're saying that is it this specific rule that you want to?
There are many rules that people discuss. You know, the key difference, for example, between American pool, where you ball in hand if there's a foul, but you only get one shot, and British
lame.
pool.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's embarrassing.
It is a bit lame, but it is the rules that they play on their table.
It's better to put it a third of the way down the table, and you have to shoot down the table. That's better.
The amount of times I've seen Cole go and pick up the ball and just line up the easiest tap in ever, I'm just like, what are you doing? That's
wait, is Cole on team put the ball anywhere?
On an American table.
You're a little bitch. That's awful.
But if we establish beforehand, right, if people say beforehand, right, we're on an American table, let's play British rules, I'll go, okay, great. Which of the 18 British rules would you guys like to play?
Just the normal ones. The one that you play at bowling, that you play with your mates.
Yeah, but that's on American tables.
Hit the ball hard and
always.
hope it goes in.
Oh, that bugs me as well. When people, nothing frustrates me more.
When they smack the ball.
Yeah, it's like you've got the perfect angle to roll up to the black. You got it'll just roll it in dead weight, and the white will end up in the perfect place. And they go zoom, 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 and end up like landing on a knuckle. It's like, what are you doing?
But me and Johnny are having so much fun. We are having the time of our fucking lives.
We
It's not
know
about
that Cole
fun,
gets
it's about
really triggered by this. We know he gets so annoyed. So I think what's even more annoying for you is when one of us absolutely slams it and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sometimes. Don't get me
It
wrong.
works. It'll be like miss, bounces into the pocket in a totally random pocket, and you're lined up perfectly anyway.
Yeah. We
So
celebrate
rewarding.
that as if we meant it. There's so many things
That's
with
why-
Cole that you can easily just push his buttons on, and he won't ever learn that we're just pushing his buttons for the sake of. I don't even really care if everyone in the room was like,
Don't have a horse in the race.
yeah, if everyone's taking it seriously, I would happily do that. As soon as I see Cole get annoyed at how I'm doing something, I will do that thing so much more often.
But to get us back on track, the specific thing I'm talking about is that everyone's had it. Johnny, I know you've had it where a ball, a red or yellow ball, goes over the pocket and blocks that pocket. Now,
Claim the pocket.
the rules might
Well
have changed, but as far as I'm aware, in professional, and it's like, you know, people make a bit of money from it, English pool,
There we go.
and especially American pool, it's definitely true. If you hit your ball first, you can then make it so that you knock their ball in, so it clears that pocket out, right?
And,
So you can pot your
it's
ball,
not a foul.
not a foul.
Yeah.
So you can pot your ball, then meanwhile the white bounces back, knocks in their ball, and it clears that space, and then you can carry on going.
Sounds
and that
like
makes it a
unethical
better,
rule to
more
me, mate.
tactical game.
That is
Sounds
unethical.
a bit low. I wouldn't personally stoop that low and claim that it's not a foul.
Sounds
Sounds
the
like
game being ruined.
sounds like a foul if you ask me.
No, but surely, Cole, it's tactical to put a ball there as like a little defender.
Yeah, it's a defender.
No, but
yeah,
the
'cause-
problem is you get 7 other
Are
balls
you going to say
behind
that
it.
like a
Yeah.
goalkeeper, when he's in his box, he can use his hands? That's unfair. That's unethical. How's that allowed?
I don't even know how to respond to that because there are so many differences.
It depends if we're playing American soccer or English football. I understand, but I think that you are very.
Try and separate this from cool.
I don't think I will be.
Try.
I
and
shan't be
answer
doing
it.
that.
You're an alien that's just landed on Earth,
No.
and you're reading this rule book of this game, and you understand it really good. Oh, Paul, I understand. You get the concept, lock it in. Then it comes to rule, 15 BII, and you're like, II. I'm not too fucking used to that.
Very good.
And then you read it, and you go, wait a sec, that's interesting. So, do I have it? Thinks your alien self, where you can clear this ball away tactically with skill. Or do you have it where the ball stays?
So the ball
you
is a
can play in
defender.
the pocket tactically with skill.
I'd look at it and I
Exactly.
think it looks like that pocket's claimed to me. I don't know why this is a
I
rule.
think
That pocket looks claimed.
Cole can't even present this scenario without sounding super bad tactically with skill.
Cole said so. Honestly, we were talking about this on the stream the other day as well, where Cole said that historically we were talking about playing golf, right? And Johnny, me and you are into our golf to an extent. You know, we play semi-frequently. We've got our own clubs, all that kind of stuff. We go to the range, we go on courses. We have said to Cole, and we have offered many times, and Cole has taken us up on it, come play golf with us. Let's go to the range. You guys, when we were away for FIFA E, I couldn't join you, but you guys went to a really cool golf resort. Looked amazing, right? And it's like, come along with us.
Beautiful.
Really fun thing to do as a team. It doesn't matter how good you are. Just hit some fucking balls. Stuff will happen. I'll fuck it up. You'll fuck it up a bit more frequently. Whatever. We're all having a good time, right? Cole said that, and Cole, please tell me if I mischaracterized you here, if I do a character assassination on you.
Johnny probably knows what I'm going to say because I said the same to them on the day. This won't be news to him, but carry on.
If it was that situation switched around, and say you guys were all playing pool, and everybody was bad at pool, and Cole was the good one, he would be annoyed that everyone was not as good as him or taking it as seriously.
No, that's not what I said.
I think as good. I don't see that in Cole, but taking it seriously, absolutely.
Taking it
If people
seriously,
are
yes.
disrespecting the game, Cole will take offense to that.
No, Johnny, what I specifically said was that the only time, people are, not as good. There are people better than me at pool. I'm not amazing by any means. People worse, etc. I'm wherever I am on the ladder. The only time it's bugged me is when you go to a place where it's like a nice American pool hall and you put like, I don't know, £6 and you can play for an hour. So it's like a time limit. So then when I play my games, they tend to finish relatively quick for an amateur that doesn't play very much.
Oh, I see.
So I said the only time I get annoyed is when my mates play and they're missing, the white ball's jumping around and they're miscuing, ha 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 ha. So I get about 10% the amount of table time as everyone else. That's the bit that bugged me in that regard. So,
Okay, fair.
that's actually
I didn't mean to mischaracterize.
Yeah. No, I know you didn't.
See, I've actually taken that into account. I think you're really onto something here. So, like Stumpy said, we've been playing some golf now. When I play golf, I use the full course because I've paid for the full course. So, you know, off to the right, you know, over the trees.
in the sand, the other day when we played in Saudi.
You know, in the water. I really do use the full course to get my money's worth and, you know, play hundreds of shots. You know, we're talking course record, but the wrong way. So, yeah, I think you're on something here. You being bad actually does get you more for your money.
It's true.
You are paying per hour.
The only sport where that's different is bowling. Because in bowling, if your last 3 or 4 whatever is a good, your last three are good, you actually get like 1 or 2 more throws.
Yeah,
so bowling negates that.
Yeah, true.
Unless you're hitting strikes before that, then you're just getting 1 shot for everybody else's 2. So you should go, if you want the maximum amount of gameplay, you need to spare everything and then strike the last 3.
You don't even need to spare them because you'll get 2 throws regardless.
Oh, true.
And actually,
not to strike ever.
If you're paying for the lane, the gutters are included. So actually, you want to gut a ball, every single ball, to get the most usage out of it, and then triple strike at the end.
Preferably bounce it out of one gutter into the other one.
That's true.
On the way down.
Yeah, maximise the gutterage.
Meanwhile, the professional bowler is going, this is so unfair. I only got 1 throw each time. This is ridiculous. This sucks.
This is bullshit.
So next time that we all pay for a pool table, Stumpy and I are just going to disrespect the game of pool and play for 1 whole hour without the game
we'll
ending.
have so much fun, Johnny. That's the thing.
That would only annoy me if it's a pay per hour thing. If it's 50p, then that's different because you paid for your 50p, and then when I'm on, I've paid for my 50p.
And you're getting less time
I'd
per
say
50p.
Probably 150 now.
Contactless tap, like £2.30.
That's great.
So go on then. Are we levering? Are we putting
what was it specifically? The lever was the rules of leaving the ball over the pocket. Is the one that triggers you in particular?
Yeah, there's 2 ways I can word this. One of them gets you to pull it. The other one gets you not to pull it. If I say the wrong rules, incorrect pull rules, you'll all go
Go with your initial wording.
I'll go with my one because it's more fun. I will say, can you guys please put in not being able to put your opponent's ball after hitting your ball first into room 101?
No, I won't be doing that. And I'm going to be honest, mate, no matter what you put forward there, as soon as you say play pool wrong, you've lost me. I'm out. We're not doing that. And I think that's fair. I think that is okay. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, if you have got any Room 101 scenarios, argue them out in the comments. This has been a lot of fun. I like that a lot. We'll do this again, I reckon. At another point, we'll do more Room 101s. I enjoyed writing them down, so I'm going to need to keep some of these listed. Because some of them I look back and I'm like, why was I annoyed at this 3 weeks ago? But I was. Clearly, at some point, I opened my phone enough to then go and look and write it down. Thank you, Johnny, for joining us.
You had a good time?
Appreciate you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear other people giving their Room 101 complaints.
Yes.
Maybe I'll come back on in the future. We can just pick up where we left off.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be lovely.
Room 101s.
Nice.
We can maybe have a look at some of the communities as well. That could be something you bring up on your stream at some point. Like, what's all the little things that people moan about?
We can pull their
I'm sure
levers.
chat has got some crazy ones, and we can pull the levers.
Yeah.
Great shout.
Thank you, everybody. Otherwise, for listening to episode 28 of Officially.
Unofficially. Actually, Johnny, do you want to do it? Do you want to do the unofficially?
Oh.
How do I do it?
So when I say officially, so you then immediately after say unofficially.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, I'll see if I can do that.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to Officially.
Officially.
Oh, I got it. No, close enough. The diva lever has been pulled. Episode number 28. And we appreciate all of you. Drop comments, drop likes, drop subscribes, all of those things. And we'll see you in number 29, where, Cole, we will decide whether we are doing 10 more episodes. As we've done on every 10 episode anniversary, we sign off, Johnny, on the next 10 episodes. So far, as I'm sure you can figure out, we've said yes each time.
So I'm hoping you do. So that the next one you're going to decide that.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see if it's worth renewing. So we'll see how this one goes.
See what the studio think. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.